day one, saw the bump, didn't think anything of it. Day two, there was another one. Day three, another one. And it just kept spreading. I realized that there were more than 10 bumps in the same area on my leg. And, I'm busy. So I didn't pay much attention to it. Hello awesome people, I'm Ming-Honiwell and welcome back to my channel Connecting with the Psyche. Now today we'll be talking about stress. Can stress really kill you? Think about that. We all have an idea what stress is. We feel it from time to time, whether it's frequent or it's a rare occurrence for you. We all encounter stress or feel stressed at one point or another in our lives. Now, what is stress? The formal definition is pretty much that stress is a feeling of being overwhelmed or unable to cope with mental or emotional pressure. So in other words, it's a feeling of emotional or physical tension. Stress can come from any event or any thought that makes you feel frustrated, angry, or even nervous. Surprisingly, stress is natural. It is actually our body's way of protecting us from any perceived danger. When we perceive any form of danger, our body's fight or flight response is activated. Now, what that does is it prepares you to whether face a situation head on or to run away from it. And when this response is activated, our body is on high alert. So in some situations, stress can be positive, such as when we are trying to get ourselves out of dangerous situations, or when we are trying to complete that assignment or that project that is very important for work. The pressures that result in stress, we refer to that as stressors. And for everyone, it is different. For some persons, it's their jobs. For others, it might be their family life. It could be school, it could be health issues, it could be the lack of money, and the list goes on. An important thing to know that not all stress is caused by outside factors. Sometimes it's internal, it's our thoughts. So it could be our unrealistic expectations. It could be the constant worrying that we do about the things in our lives. It could be our constant negative thoughts. So it's important for us to acknowledge that our perception plays a very important part in our lives. I'm going to tell you my story so you can understand how important our perception is. So last year, 2020, was a pretty scary year for everyone. So while my husband and I are still fortunate to have our jobs, we came to realize that we're living from paycheck to paycheck. So we decided that we needed something extra to try and supplement our finances, just in case anything happens. So luckily, I was able to get a little interview, and throughout it all, I kept thinking to myself, how am I going to manage? We can't manage this because I have an 8 to 4. I have a husband, I have a child, I have other responsibilities. So how then am I going to squeeze this new job into all of that? January morning came, the work started, the real work started, and I realized that there was a bump on my leg. So day one, saw the bump, didn't think anything of it. Day two, there was another one. Day three, another one, and it just kept spreading. I realized that there were more than 10 bumps in the same area on my leg, and I'm busy. So I didn't pay much attention to it. So it started itching, and there were more bumps coming up. Then it started spreading. So it moved on from my thigh to my hips, to my sides, to my back, to my chest, and it just started spreading, and it was all over. But I'm still busy, so I don't have any time to go see the doctor. So I'm there day in, day out, itching. The best time of my life in that period was when I got to leave work, jump in the car so I could scratch and when I reach home, I get the extra pair of hands to help me scratch, right? So that brought me great joy in those moments. All right, I strayed from the point. So eventually it got so bad that I ended up going to the doctor. So I went to the first doctor, and he said, it seems like a skin infection. So he prescribed something. The itching was so bad. I don't normally take the medicine, but it was so bad and I really wanted to get rid of it. So I, started applying the cream. However, that didn't work. They just got even worse and uglier. So I decided to go for a second opinion. So remember, I'm busy, but it's scratching and it's ugly and it's uncomfortable. So I went and I got a second opinion. So she said to me that this looks like Rossi. I cannot pronounce the word, so I'm going to put it up here if you want to look on what it is. All right. So she said, but however, there is no treatment for this type of skin condition. So what we normally do is to treat the symptoms. So it's best that you go and you get this cream. So I decided that I'm not going to get the cream. I'm going to just, go on itch and bear it and make this 6 to 8 weeks pass. So it's drawing closer and closer to the 6 to 8 weeks and not seeing any improvements. Even though she did say it's going to get worse, I'm worried at this point. So I decided to go. Well, I didn't decide to go for a third opinion. I happened to show it to my mother. I'm worried, I'm worried. And, when you're worried and you're concerned, you go to your mother. So I went, so I video called my mother. I showed her, and she started creating a bag of excitement. She's like, no, how you sit on this so long? And what happened to your pretty skin? You don't know what it is you need for go find out. Even though I tell her that, mommy, I go to the doctor already and them says whatever. I just need to, wait the time. She said, no man, go to our next doctor. So I went to another doctor, and the doctor did confirm that yes, it's the Rossi thing. So you have to just wait out the 6 to 8 weeks or more, and it will get worse before it gets better. I'm concerned at this point because I want to know what causes it. So I said to her, so what caused it? So she said to me, normally when we see this, it's because of, stress. Stress is one of the main causes of this kind of condition, and there are no other known causes. So she asked me if there's anything new happening in my life. So I told her how many roles I was trying to play in my life at that point. And she said, okay, you probably need to get rid of or take some of these things off your plate because it is going to get worse before it gets better. So, and the funny thing is, I know this. I know all of this. I know how stress can impact the body. However, you're young and you try. There's a pandemic going on. You don't know what is what. So you're trying your best to secure your family and secure yourself. And I took up all of that. But then I remember while I was doing my master's, there was a course that we did called psychophysiology. Now, essentially, that course was pretty much telling you how stress can lead to different conditions in the body because your immune system is now compromised. So while stress can be good and it does help you get out of difficult situations and it helps you to focus on getting tasks done, it's also important for us to understand that it's not something that should be lasting for any long periods of time. When this happens, it is now called chronic stress. When you're at the point where you're stressed day in, day out, you're overworked, you're tired, you're feeling burnt out, then what will happen is that it will impact the quality of your life. It will damage your emotions. It will damage your health. It will affect your ability to work. It will affect your relationships. Chronic stress is one of the underlying causes of many psychological and medical disorders that we experience, because chronic stress affects pretty much every area of your body. So when your flight or fight response doesn't turn off, it leads to burnout, which leads to your immune system not functioning at its highest, making you susceptible to all types of illnesses. And emotionally, it can make you more vulnerable to anxiety and depression, and can lead to other mental health problems. Plus, it makes you look older way faster. Some of the symptoms of stress includes aches and pains, chest pain or feeling like your heart is racing non-stop, exhaustion or trouble sleeping. You can experience headaches, dizziness, high blood pressure, muscle tension, stomach or digestive problems, skin conditions just like me, heart disease, weight problems, reproductive issues, as well as it can even affect your thoughts and your memory processing. And there are so many other conditions that can be a result of stress. Can stress really kill you? So sadly, yes, stress can kill you, as it leads to so many different types of physical illnesses and so many different types of mental illnesses. So take time with yourself. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Surprisingly,